Desktop. Yeah, there
All
you
right,
go.
there we go.
Yeah.
All right.
Now just make sure you look at your camera.
I don't want to.
Oh, always look at your camera. That's all you gotta do.
Okay.
Just like that. Yeah, we took down the projector, dude. It's gone.
Oh yeah. The projector's gone. Instead, we have this massive TV that's burning holes in my retinas.
Is Austin specifically not talking?
Yeah, he hasn't talked yet.
Okay, it looked like he was.
Oh, now he's talking, and he can't hear him. Uh oh. Austin, we can hear you now. What happened? After we went live, we can hear you.
That's actually on him now.
There we go.
There it is.
Yeah, now we can hear you.
Professional.
Professional.
Oopsie. But I was saying, if
Yes.
me and Jeff don't look at the camera, if we look at like the screen, it looks like we're staring at each other. So it's cool. You need to look down, Donnie, or at an angle.
like this the whole time. Hold on, wait.
Yeah.
I almost got it.
Yeah, I'd have to look up like this to look at you. I gotta.
Yeah, and then I gotta look like
that's
that.
So,
Yeah.
that's so whack. All right. Well, welcome one and all to the Infinite Ages team like roadmap builder. I guess that's what we're doing today. We're just doing the roadmap.
Yep.
Yep.
I have the power to draw said map.
Oh, all right, Sauron.
But yeah, okay. So, what should we start with? Like websites? Should we just talk about it as like one whole thing, or what? And then quarterly or monthly?
Yeah.
Because like this is all stuff that we haven't discussed. And I was just like, well, you know what? This kind of like our thing, right? We just want to be as open as possible with everybody. So
Yeah.
like, this is us building a roadmap all together.
We can start with like, I mean, the first thing on the agenda is getting mobile development, especially iOS, like going strong and looking good. And then we also want to tackle getting character sheets, like first big project. We want to be able to make character sheets on the website. So
yeah,
that's what I know of right off the bat.
So to do that, I think we need what we were talking about, like getting like a workspace for iOS, probably like an external software or something like that to test that stuff, right?
Something like that, yeah. But I don't know. They seem hit or miss.
When should we shoot for that, you think? Because obviously iOS is huge, but like we also have to establish kind of a timeline. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, so how long do you think it'll take?
Yeah.
Shoot, I don't know. Once we have a development like area, so to speak, whatever that ends up being, it shouldn't take longer than a week. But I don't know how long it'll take to get a reliable platform to do the testing.
Oh, that's all right. Jeff's drawn us a beautiful like timeline, and for some reason like the time god is at the end of it, you know.
Oh, no, that's Sauron. It's the Eye of Sauron.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. I see it now.
That's not even close.
You need some yellow in there.
Yeah, I'm not good at color theory. You know.
Fair enough.
Didn't even know he was using red.
There we go.
So let's aim for like month one, and then on the top half, let's do put like, you know, do what's next month? April? Yeah, April 1st.
It is still
our
March,
first
though.
yeah, it's still March now. So if we get it done before then, like hell yeah. But if we don't, you know, we don't. So on the top half, maybe we do like the actual web stuff, and then on the bottom half we do stuff that's going to be changing to the book, because I know we have a lot of changes too that Jeff and I have kind of thought of, and some things that he's seen that need help on the PDF and things like that.
Okay.
So for April, our plan is to get You know, there's a text like insert on Paint, right?
This is faster. This is 100% faster. 100.
This is faster.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh
All
yeah.
right.
Oh yeah. This is faster.
Okay.
Honestly,
really
impressed with your like handwriting skills with the mouse.
It looks so good, actually, though. Yeah, like honestly, it looks really good. That's a nice mouse.
I played a lot of Scribblio.
Got him.
Hopefully, we actually sound decent on them. I didn't even test if we sounded good.
I did. It sounded fine.
How do I give? Can you type in chat, Austin, so I can give you admin too? That'd be good. That'd probably be smart. Smart move. Yeah. Because I know we're gonna get that bot boy out here. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Yeah, we will.
Let's see. I go. Can I? How do?
Right click on right.
The only thing I can do is time you out, or that's fine. You know what? It's fine. We'll figure it out later, maybe. Well, maybe this. No, more options. Oh, it's because I'm not signed into the appropriate. I'm signed into mine, not signed into the guide to
Oh,
the Galaxy
Jeff
one.
needs to do it.
Yeah,
to
he'd
do
have
what?
to pull up the Twitch.
Oh my goodness.
Let's not add any more to him.
What do I have to do to you?
He's still catching up to what we just talked about.
Oh, it's not good. Cool.
The roadmap.
I was.
The Paint roadmap is so good, dude. It looks so good.
It looks so deadly. It's like it's made
It
with the
does look
blood of
spooky.
his enemies.
Well, I can't. What? Hold on. Do you see the end?
Oh, yes. Also, you need to click
So-
on me on whatever stream
Am
because my camera crashed.
I not?
Yeah, let me help him real quick.
Oh.
What have you done?
Well, they can't see that, so
Here,
that's fine.
Let me get in here real quick.
I'm getting in there.
Let me just squeeze in here real quick.
Yeah.
There we go. I fixed that.
There we
Now
go.
you're back here.
Yeah,
Okay.
everything's fine now. Everything's fixed.
This is such
Hello.
a mess.
No,
Why is
it's fine.
every stream we have is such a mess, dude?
I was pulling this
Yeah.
up to try to give him the. Nope, I don't know how to do it. So I'm just gonna stop. All right, cool. So, mother. All right, ignore that. I'm just gonna delete, get rid of that. This text box. Oh, I can just move it around. No, it's fine. Okay.
Dude, I knew it. I think we should use OneNote. That's all I'm saying.
Dude, this is fun for me.
I can tell he's at least having a good time. Like
That's good.
legitimately, you can see his face. He's having a good time.
I don't know. who
As long as
picked
you're
it.
not stressed, that's what it sounded like.
These colors were already picked out for me when I got here. I wasn't just being edgy. I just.
All right, Reaper.
You're the Reaper main. Shut up.
Got him.
Alright.
So for book is. Oh wait, no, this is website. Okay, I see what you're doing now. I see what's going on now. What if we just say iOS? iOS is going to be a big one, but we need to get a development tool first. So development tools, then iOS between now and April.
Is the O lowercase on iOS or is it all capitalized? I think it's all
Lowercase I, everything else capitalized.
Why? Oh,
Yeah,
because
it's
it's
whack.
iPhone. God, I hate. Alright. iOS. And then what else?
I think that like wraps up like March and April, right? Like it's like we want to get as much hotfix as we can done to the PDF. We want to get iOS done between now
think-
and April.
I think we can squeeze in the character sheets too. Like,
Oh, he's a
in
mad lad.
April?
He's a
Alright,
mad lad.
Alright.
No, I still have like tons of marketing stuff I've been doing like this whole time, and roping you guys into quite as much.
well, I'm saying I could get like if you send me the corrected version, I can turn it into a PDF. I just need the corrected version. I don't know how much work that is. iOS for sure. So iOS would be it's not just iOS. We should probably just say like mobile, but
Sorry.
like also
Yeah.
iOS. Like iOS is like the main headache. But just browser compatibility in general. It's so you can go load the website on Google Chrome and it'll work just fine. Easy peasy. It's great because that's what we use. That's what we developed on. But if you go and open it on Safari on an iPhone or open it on Safari on a Mac, there's browser compatibility issues. So like the nav bar doesn't open right, or like you click to open out nav bar and the stuff isn't attached to it anymore. It just looks goofy and makes it hard to use as for a user. So yeah, we also got to fix it for like Firefox and what was the other one? Opera, and there's another big one, but. Oh, Edge. But I think most of our stuff's good with Edge. I just needed to double check.
That's wrong.
Had to use your laptop to buy it. Yeah. Well, appreciate you being resilient with all the issues. Yeah. Small
Having
team and all.
tenacity to actually want to support us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. Appreciate it very much. I'm having issues right now. I thought I knew how to spell, but sometimes when you put on the spot,
It happens, man.
Especially because Paint doesn't have a
I know.
grammar checker.
I know.
So you're just flying solo.
Yeah, you can use the
Really?
PDF for the sheet anywhere. It's just the functionality on the website is a little whack on mobile.
Yeah. That's like definitely a huge thing. It's polish right now. I think this is our big polish month, and then getting also, like Austin was saying, with the character sheet being able to be at least fillable, PDF fillable would be really nice. And then if we could get kind of like character creation assistance through that fillable sheet, that'd be really cool too. But that might be something a little like later down the line, I think, right? Because you're just talking about
Yeah.
PDF fillable.
Yeah, just PDF fillable. The character sheets on the website, like as working on it on the website, that'll be like May, June.
Okay. We have May, June figured out then well, I mean, there might be probably a little bit more to that too. I wanted to do
it might go longer,
more,
but at least start on it in May.
yeah, and then also probably want to start on, or at least I want to start on like the forums page and getting your like username where you can sign out, get tags.
Yeah, and that's what
like
April
that.
is. That's what I'm saying, May.
Yeah. So yeah, April to May would be that, and then May to June would be maybe character sheets actually functioning.
Yeah.
All right. So
What about book development between that next month?
hold on.
Yeah, give him
not
some
ready
time.
yet.
He's still adding
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, it's looking good though. Like very, very legible. Very, very good.
So Sauron's coming next year, guys.
Yep.
Oh, hey Johnny, you got a question to fill some time while Jeff's getting caught up.
Played a game like this before. Could you explain the best and easiest way to get started on the game itself? So a lot of the video that Jeff and I covered on YouTube will do a lot of that for you to get a general gist of what the game is. But like for a quick breakdown now, I would say, it's about I would recommend having some friends that are interested in getting into it as well. And if they're new, that's always better, I think. Like having just a straight up new party is really fun. If you want to get your family into it or something along those lines, that could be really like fun and helpful. So get some people around you that are like going to be down to play and like down to hang out with you. And then really just stumbling through it is the best I could start with. But I think the main part is you would go down to like the adventure guide, which is in the book, and you can read through that and kind of get like the lore and your discovery and how to build adventures and how to build the world and setting. And then go talk to the people that you've already invited to the game and say, okay, let's make some characters together. And you guys should be able to run through that. If you start at the very top, there's the 9 steps, and that'll kind of guide you through character creation.
Or if you don't mind playing online, if you're like in the Discord and stuff, you can definitely try to find people through the Discord to play with online, and yeah, that'd be pretty good too.
Yeah, there's a lot of like TTRPG discords too, that like, especially if you're like, hey, I want to try out this new TTRPG and I'm looking to do this. Like a lot of people usually get behind anyone that wants to do something like that. They're always pretty interested and really supportive. Like the whole TTRPG community right now is so supportive and just good. So
Plus, wink, wink,
Fine.
nudge, nudge, free promotion. Always appreciated, especially if you're having fun with it.
yeah. If you like streaming or anything and you want to put Infinite Ages, stream up of your own, that'd be super cool. But yeah, that's definitely.
All right, what's next? What were we talking about? The book?
Change June a little bit. Instead of launch fillable sheets on the website, make it make it so you can make a character online.
Okay. Good thing I haven't left that box yet because I haven't figured out how to click back into the boxes after I've left them.
I'm pretty sure there isn't a way on Paint.
Yeah, I think I've discovered that.
I think the only way to do that on Paint is to like have
You
a
gotta paint it
separate-
black and then
Yeah,
and then
you gotta,
text
like-
box.
You gotta like marquee select it and then fill it black and then redo it.
Oh, it's awful.
Hey, appreciate it, man. That's nice of you. Oh,
Yeah, thank you so much.
It's all good. All right. Then you're talking about like stuff coming up for like books and stuff.
Yeah.
We talked about like the first thing being like the GM guide. So just we don't get into it a lot in the main book, so it's really hard for people who've never like run games before, that like not players but actually like being the game master of a game, and so we're like actually running a game. Yeah, we don't go into a lot of that in the book. We have a lot of like the rules set and stuff like that, but we don't have a lot of like how to make an NPC or like what creatures are like in the world, or like anything like that. So the next step is definitely trying to make a short guide for that. Just to help people who have never played before, never GM'd before. And hopefully in that guide, we might be able to make some modules or something to go along with that. Just short modules to get people past like the first level or something, and see how things go. But
Too, we wanted, let's expand on that a little bit. It's like, if we do a GM's guide, which I mean, we're gonna do like probably a full size one at some point where it's like a sizable piece. But I think for the direction that we need our content to go moving forward, anyways, it's like thinking about, doing maybe like 15 or 30 page modules, right? Or, and then also including maybe at the end of that 30 pages, maybe like 10 or 15 pages that are like, here's some additional ways to build creatures, or here's some things that you can do to adjust these villains or these bad guys to make them more apt for your party and things like that. We could also kind of look at maybe doing a method somewhat like that as well with like the GM guide. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
Or it's not so just like, oh, here's the GM guide, we're going to tell you how to play the game. Like, we could also just give you a lot of assets to throw into your game. I think that's what we're talking about when we talk about modules, which we talked about in the YouTube video. But the big part of that is getting, getting more assets out to the players so that people can adapt the game really easily.
Yeah, and then after that, it was pretty much expanding on like a lot of the other things in the book. Like we wanted to add companions that didn't make it into the book, sadly. But we have a really cool idea for companions.
And
then
you had to bring that up right now, dude. That sparked me up so bad.
Yeah. And then superpowers as well. Expanding and making more superpowers, because right now there's only 10 in the book, but each superpower has 5 levels and a total of like 19 individual powers within them. So just like expanding, and we don't know if we're going to expand on superpowers that already exist and just make more powers for them, or like branching powers, or come up with new superpowers completely, which you've already thought of a couple, which you really should have written down because we were just kind of BSing when we came up with them, so we didn't have notebook handy. But we thought of a couple already that we like wanted to add or thought were like really cool. So making a book based on like superpowers and companions and stuff like that. And then,
For sure. So for the time estimates, right? Like I was talking about like maybe 30 or 40 page kind of like books, stuff like that. So these would be like much smaller in comparison to the player guide, like even the superpowers. And then at the end of the year, maybe combining that all into one overarching GM's guide. is what the end of the year would look like. So obviously sell those smaller modules or smaller pieces of that larger book as we're building it, rather than try to give you guys one huge book in a couple months or 6 months, or put some huge deadline on ourselves. And that way, if we break down exactly what we're going to do into the GM's guide, like companions, superpower increase, some module content, some like kind of combine that all into one section or one set of books, kind of like a volume or whatever, right? Because like you'd go to like pick up like the lawyer's guide to whatever, and then have maybe like a couple volumes. But we've talked about a lot of different ways to iterate that. What do you think? So just for your first one, right? You were like thinking more of like a module for the first, like next thing that's going to come out, right?
More just not like the overarching like full GM guidebook, but more just giving like the tools and assets for the like GMs, especially like new ones or maybe people who've never played a game like Space Age before. Because even though it kind of uses like some of the same like dice systems as like other TTRPGs, it does have a lot of stuff that is unique to itself. So just kind of giving it like useful hints or tips, not really telling people, but like, hey, yeah, be careful about these things, or like if you run across this, or like use these types of roles for these situations, things like that. And then maybe coming up with a rule, for just all sorts of things, just like any rules that we might have missed or anything like that, just adding them to that first guide. Uh, oh, and then ah, oh no, sorry, I'm messing around while I'm doing this. That's my bad. But yeah, so the first one is just going to be a small kind of like GM pamphlet, I guess. And we're going to try to add like a module in there, which our modules are going to not really be like full on adventures. They're going to be a bit more broad, I guess, to let people be as creative as they can. And it's just more or less going to be a setting with a like pretty much a plot synopsis maybe at the beginning, almost like a Star Wars movie or something. And then it's going to tell you like all the factions and like the world or worlds that are going to be a part of it. And you know, if it's like one of the sci-fi settings for like the space age era, we might give you like a spaceship for the players to be in, or like a couple spaceships for them to pick out in that. And then just be like, yeah, then these are the factions that are prominent, and this is like the plot or overarching story. This is like the antagonist or antagonizing force, and then these are some of the problems they can run across. And that'll be about like 30 pages of content, like a bunch of like creatures or like maybe tables will be in there as well. And that'll be kind of how the module will be, instead of being like, yeah, here's this thing, here's this person, they only know these things, here's like this exact story that you have to follow. Don't stray from it too much or else it breaks the whole thing. No, it's gonna be like, yeah, here's this world. Fuck around, find out, have fun.
And I think that'll be like kind of our like the smaller books. I think will be really useful, and then we can kind of compile all of that, the actual information that we're adding in, like rules and things like that, into one book at the end of the year. I think it's like a big like play kind of essentially, like kind of like just adding all those modules together and compartmentalizing sorting them out. Cool. So when do you think we'll have our first module out? And what do you think it's gonna be?
For that like module and like pamphlet with like helpful tools and assets, I'll probably start trying to work on it either late this month, like probably late this month, and hopefully if uh, we can learn how to make PDFs better, and uh, I can get more dedicated to like writing and figuring stuff out and stuff like that, then I can hopefully get that finished and launched in April. If not, it'll probably be in May. So I'll be starting work on it in March and working on it through all of April and hopefully launching it in April. Uh, so I'll put it here. Why not?
Do that through this next month immediately? I mean, I'm not. I mean, like I'm just saying. I think for that big of a piece, like even if it is like only like between the 30 or 40 pages, like you're talking about, I think we should give it till like probably June. You know, like solidly till June. Especially because we just released quite a bit of content, huge, like 316 or 318 page PDF so far,
Yeah,
which
and we
does
need to get
have
some feedback on the
Yeah.
gameplay too.
Yeah,
See
I
what
think
people want.
that's a lot of it is just waiting for feedback, which, yeah,
just comes with more time and
comes with
more
time
marketing
and
and
people playing it. Yeah, getting it out there, marketing, and having people actually like start playing it and like seeing what all the reviews, what people say, and I already have a few people that are supposed to get back to me on feedback. Hopefully, they can actually play a game soon, and I can see, the consensus of people who've played like a lot of TTRPGs, which that makes me worried
That's
because they're,
huge.
yeah.
Huge experience though. That's like valuable. That's nice.
about that. We also have 2 new players to almost CTRPGs entirely. From what I remember, at least they were saying that they're pretty much never had any like real TTRPG experience. They're thinking about starting a game with us, which would be really kind of, we can be a little bit more hands on and see exactly what issues they're having while we're playing the game and things like that. And hopefully that'll lead. A lot of that stuff will probably lead to more more of like the hot fixes and things that I'll be doing while Jeff's writing and starting on that next module. But we'll probably learn a lot from that experience as well. So we got quite a bit of stuff in the works for content and stuff like that too.
Is
I might even say to push
is
forums
Sauron's
because we have the
eyes
Discord.
vertical and not horizontal? I think it's vertical, isn't it? Oh fuck me.
He's got like a cat eye. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's vertical.
It's not goat. It's cat. All right. Let me feel that. That's why it was bugging me.
Now it looks like a cross.
It's the eye of Jeebus. Jeebus Creebus. All right.
Okay, so you're talking about maybe pushing the forums based on that.
For a second, it looked like Texas.
I'm Texas. No, just all sorts of messed up. I ruined it. I definitely ruined it.
Yeah, I think you should have left it. Should have left it.
Oh,
Definitely seen better days.
definitely seen better days. I killed Sauron single.
Someone poked him in the eye. But yeah, we could definitely push forums back, especially since we have Discord. We just need to like show people like, hey, you can be active here. It's all cool.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think this comes with us being more active too, and trying to, get people to talk more in it or communicate in it and stuff like that. Which is kind
Yeah.
of difficult because like a lot of the people that we have in the Discord right now, we also have in other Discords. So it's hard to just be like, hey, yeah, move your community hub and start talking in our Discord. It just
Well, what we could do though is set up like where you can just pull our server like info in, and at least that would be cool. Maybe it'd, like give people a reason to add like the Infinite Ages channel to their server and just see what's going on and pop in and check it out. You know what I'm talking about, Donnie?
Yeah, it's where you can link basically like a whole like text chat that's in our server into their server. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking about doing that
I'm
for a
just
few
messing it up.
games that I really like and adding them to like
I'm gonna
Infinite
leave
Ages
it out.
server, but I was like, maybe not yet. Wait a little longer till we get, built up a little better before I start pushing other games, because there's some really cool like For the King 2's coming out soon. I'm really excited about that. Like I'm really excited about. I wanted to share screenshots of Hogwarts the other day, and I was like, it's too soon. I got other stuff to do. So
Yeah.
And then
there's
oh, that's a darker color. Uh-oh. Oh, Austin crashed again. So
I'm back.
okay, I'm gonna have to fix you. Hold on. Superpowers or companions. And I'm just gonna fine, whatever. I don't care. I don't care. I ain't even mad about that. No. Uh, and then I'm putting both on either of these because seeing what people want first before I like decide. But basically, one of these two uh, books will try to come out with like every 2 months. It looks like, or every other month. We'll
Yeah,
try
try to
to
come up with like another module or another
yeah.
additive thing to the player's guide. Yeah.
But the first one is definitely going to be like the first like modules and like GM's pamphlet type thing. And then depending on what people want more, like want more superpowers or companions, and then same with that. I know I've had one person talk about like, hey, where's my cool big robot? And I'm like, you can kind of already like build cool big robots, but I see what you're talking about.
They want that
Yeah.
mech.
Yeah, they want the mech for sure.
Which you can build. There's actually it's
Yeah.
called Warbot, and it's in the vehicles of the game. And so
Well, is that
there
like-
is.
Is that
And
like
you
you're like a
can-
diva mech, like Overwatch?
Yeah, you can assign weapons to it. You can assign passengers to it. So you can do. I mean, like I subtly laid it in there because I knew we were gonna have a companions book later on. I knew we were gonna have more extensions in this module stuff. I think those things will be time to expand on those ideas greatly. And so there's just like tons of other stuff that I really wanted to shove in this book, and Jeff was like pulling on my sleeve, like, "Hey, you can't do that. Hey, oh wait, we got to get this stuff done." So like, we really made sure that the content in the player's guide was players directed, and making sure that like Genesis was about the start of Infinite Ages. It's not the whole thing. Being very specific on that. I think website. So website by July August area, somewhere in that launch period, I think we could probably have like character builder on the website. I know me and Austin have talked a little bit, and I mean, Austin, feel free to jump in here based on like our previous conversations, which I don't know how much of them you remember because I kind of forget a lot of that stuff too. But it's like we talked about kind of doing character creation through the website, talked about doing map creation through the website, and being able to post like the reason why we wanted to forums specifically on the website is just to like post user content. So
Right.
it's like a really easy place to like, oh, here I came up with this like kind of cool skill that you could throw into the game, or I came up with this cool weapon that people could use, and this is what it does, or whatever. Because I know a lot.
I
of people,
think we could do like
especially
a
in the
homebrew
community, have
setup for
stuff.
that. It wouldn't be that bad with the tools that we got.
Right. Yeah. So I think by like July August we want to have most of those features rolled out, and then more towards like December area we want to have like a map builder, and kind of pushing that along where we have more assets and more things to do on the website just to keep things more lively. Because I know a lot of people do like online games only. So if you could have a map builder on the website, that'd be cool. Stuff like that. We want to do titles. We want to give away achievements on the website.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like end game. As far as like cruising up to that level, maybe we would start with something basic like forums, or maybe we'd start with the other. Like if we want to push that, we could start with, making that get the form fillable done, and then translate that to like, oh here, you could build your character on the website so long as you're a book owner.
Yep.
Which I think is totally doable, probably by like, let's say July.
I think so.
That gives us plenty of time to work on everything that we have and give time to that as well.
So what's coming out in July?
July, let's do character assistant, I guess, character creation assistant.
Character creation assistant. Okay.
That's in June. We had that.
Yeah, that's making character sheets online. There's this different?
Oh, okay. I thought that was the form fillable. Okay.
No, that's April.
Yeah.
Okay. April's form fillable. July's character creation. Or June's character creation. Then July through August would
be like getting a VTT up.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, all right. That's seems like it's gonna be a lot, but I'll write that down. I'll write that down.
And that doesn't mean that we'll have it done by July or we'll have it done by August, but it's like that's what the web development will be then. At that point, that's what we'll be working on. Whether we get that done directly in August or if we get it done closer to the end of the year, I think
Yeah,
those
like
are
this isn't our
kind of
permanent like roadmap. It'll
Yeah.
change. It's
Yeah,
just what
permanent
we
roadmap
think
will
we
be a
can
lot
do.
Yeah, we're spitballing right now more than like assigning anything.
they
I mean,
believe
I
in
think that's the
us.
same. we got belief at least. That's good. I mean, I think like
And I think like another thing we should do is just like monthly updates and fixes to the main book, like because I imagine there's always gonna be like
Yeah,
small
like the book
things.
cover, getting some
Yeah.
pretties in there.
Yeah, just like
Yeah.
working on the main book as much as possible and like updating it or trying to make updates or fixes every month. Anything that pops up, anything like players tell us, like I say in the Discord or anything like that, we'll just like write down all those issues and maybe once a month to go through and fix it and make changes to the book. And hopefully we can finally add some like art at some point. That'd be cool, but it might be a while.
I think so. Like a way we can iterate that, and we can almost set this part into stone probably now, is that from like future on, we either do it on the first weekend of every beginning of next month, like right, like or like the first, day that we have available at the beginning of the next month, where we do like not necessarily that we're always updating it every month, but more so that we sit down and go, here's where we're at in the roadmap. This is what we're working on. This is where we're at so far, and then just kind of like an update more than like a a dev update every month is what you're talking about, right? Or are you talking about like a full?
I'm just talking about like like hot fixes,
Like bug fixes. Yeah, hot fixes.
and like patch notes to like that main PDF, the main book, the very like
Instead
the
of
very main
like
book.
we'll have
yeah.
like
Just,
version
like-
releases 1.0,
Yeah.
1.01, 1.02, 1.03. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
of
okay.
like the PDF itself.
Oh, okay. I got what you're saying.
Yeah.
I thought you were still talking about the roadmap and like updating people on the roadmap. And I was like, I guess we could do that
Oh.
monthly as well.
No.
Well, I think we'll have a place on the website for that here
Yeah,
shortly. That
the-
probably needs to be in May instead of forums, right?
Oh yeah, we should just put the roadmap on the website. Yeah, that I thought that was gonna happen anyways. We're just gonna take
Yeah,
a
we
screenshot
just-
of this and put it on
No,
the
no,
website.
no, not like that. No, no, no.
What do
no.
you mean? What do you don't like this?
Well, it's fine,
Alright.
but it's not webby, right? And that's just like 90s throw a picture at your face. You know what I mean?
Uh,
Oh man, that's making me want to like put like progress bars under each one.
You see it?
and,
Yeah,
like,
you're picking up what I'm putting down.
yeah. Like put like
Or we
little
could
like
make
level
it
bars.
look like a
and it's,
rocket ship, like going up. Like, Mm.
There we go.
Like, yeah, like directly on the next, like whatever the next roadmap item is or thing on the agenda. Yeah.
Imagination is running wild. Yeah, that happens. It gets crazy, especially with those two and all the stuff they want to do to the website. It's
Yeah, there's I like next year is gonna be huge. I think next year is gonna be huge for web development. Like I want to make that like solo game that we were talking about. We've all kind of talked about. I'm not gonna put that out here because I don't want to even think about it on this roadmap right now. But like at some point, like having something like that would be super cool. Just to introduce new people to the game a little easier. Having like a like a visual representation of what the game looks like every time. I think that'd be really fun.
Yeah, and something else I want to do as a side project is try to come up with a way to do like a solo campaign module for people who, maybe they want to play the game but they can't get friends together or anything like that, and make like a module for somebody who's like almost like a choose your own adventure module. But they can play through the game, make roles, make choices and stuff like that, and there'll be like plenty of steps along the way. But that would be a side project for me, definitely. I just think stuff like that's cool.
I like the doggo in the background on your camera, Austin. he's like just clipping in sometimes when your head gets close to him.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Tracer.
Tracer.
Uh,
Straight chilling.
It's your
Indeed.
stand. It's your JoJo
See-
stand.
Well, she's wanting one of these. Oh, you can't get her chomping, but she's chomping.
She's drunk.
Oh,
That's your.
the floating doggo.
Big dog.
Let me get a good look at this thing. What do we got here so far? So we got.
Should I make it? Oh, it looks great on the stream. Actually, it's way more.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it looks really visible. Yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah.
So then we just have like September, November, and December, which look kind of empty for the. But I mean, like we were saying.
Well, I
that
think we
working
leave
on-
those
on
open, and it's
on a
gonna,
virtual
like,
tabletop is probably gonna take that time. Yeah,
Yep.
that's exactly what I'm thinking too. Is like, okay, cool. Yeah, from July to the end of the year, we're gonna be probably working on that. So sorry,
Yeah.
everybody. Just give us a break.
Yeah, I can definitely just put like.
Just put an arrow, do the little arrow thing.
Oh yeah. Actually, that's
Yeah, do
funnier.
an
That's
arrow.
way.
Yeah,
That's
just
way
do
funnier.
one giant arrow.
That's way funnier. Hold on. Hold on.
The text-based
Isn't there an
kills.
arrow tool?
There is.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
the text-based
100%.
one's better.
It is.
Yep.
That's
it right there.
I have so many shapes I could have used, but instead.
Yep. And I'll be kind of bouncing around between, both you guys. I think trying to help as much as I can on that stuff, and then also probably, working more the content creation side,
yeah,
trying to get content created.
What's the friendly little tip? Yeah, please.
Yeah, I think that's like our main roadmap stream. I think we're good, right? Like that's a roadmap. That's a brutal roadmap, if I'm being honest. Like Jeff, you have a ton of writing to do, ton of PAF creation we're gonna have to do, and then Austin, that's signifying that we're gonna finish VTT in that timeline in this next year.
Well, I don't think it will necessarily be in this next year, but we're gonna try.
We're gonna try to get it done this year. Yeah, I think that'll be, or at least get it to the point where, and I think it'll roll out kind of in parts too.
Through the years, so you don't get too overwhelmed. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much the idea, but without moving it on the paper. We're kind of lazy, but in a good way, for the efficiency's sake.
I do the hand of
Yes,
Sauron.
all that stuff that's in April, it's definitely not gonna all happen in April. Like probably half of it will get done in March, half of it will get done in April. May stuff will probably happen in March, but it's on May,
Yeah, we definitely front loaded like what we wanted to do this year, and I think after getting like feedback and getting more people interested in the game, and once hopefully we get a lot more people interested in the game and stuff like that, and when that happens, we'll know how to spread it out better and stuff like that, and see what people are more interested in first. That way we can spread it out easier.
Yeah.
Not to mention just experience, right? Like we don't, like Austin and I for web stuff, we don't have any experience with some of this stuff. Like some of this stuff is pretty new, at least to me, it's fully new. And like learning about it and understanding it and creating it is like really hard to judge how much time that's going to take, because maybe it only takes like a couple months to actually get it working, and then we're like, oh, okay, cool, like it's in beta now and you can test it, and it's not perfect or polished by any means, but it's it's working, or it's doing this, so there's like a lot of this stuff, and it's the same too for the like the writing portion and designing portion. Like, yeah, we want to get superpowers out, and we want to have something that's going out like every 2 months, have some small module that like adds to the game. But if that means that our quality of our content will go down, well, maybe it might be 3 months, or maybe it might be like it just depends on how much time that's actually going to take us. Is very loose. Then I think that's what a roadmap is, though. It's like these are the things we're for sure going to do at some point. The exact timeline, we're hoping for this, right? It's like kind of putting that on like a hope
I tried
line.
to write that smaller,
there is
and
only
now it's
3 of us.
illegible.
Yeah, it looks like a serial killer wrote that. That little chicken scratch at the end.
That's fine. You can't read it, but it says Hand of Sauron.
Okay. Looks like it says Sauron and then like hand of below.
Yeah, it does. It does because it
Yeah,
says
okay.
Sauron then eye of, so it says Sauron hand of. Yeah, this is definitely more or less just the goal list, and like it'd be cool if we could do it in this time frame, but yeah.
It'll be wicked if we do it in this time frame. Like if we get everything in this year done like this, we'll be running the world. I swear, it'll be over. It'll be the next year one. We'll just put done. It's like no, there's a lot of stuff that there's still so much more that we want to add to. Like this doesn't even kind of begin to scratch the surface of ideas or like what we want to do. But a lot of this is just scaling up and learning experience and getting bigger and better as time progresses.
Yep.
Yeah, you guys have any like closing remarks? That was kind of mine.
I'll say what he said.
I'll say what you said. Copy and paste.
Copy paste.
Yeah, no, I just hope that we can see this project through and just like get Infinite Ages out there and keep spreading it and get more people interested into it, because I think it's really cool and fun, and we've played it quite a few times now, and every time we play it something cooler and like
a new idea gets sparked in our
yeah.
head or something crazy happens. We're like, ooh, but this could be expanded on so easily.
and like I just absolutely can't wait to hear feedback or just like news or just stories of people who've played the game and like what they've done or like what they did and stuff like that during it. So yeah,
which by
play
the
the
way,
game,
like
have
another thing
fun,
is too
spread it.
on that
Get the
note,
news
like
out.
on the Discord. Yeah. On the Discord,
Yeah,
if you have
get
any
it,
more
yeah.
questions for like starting a game or like how to GM or how to do this, like just throw it in the Discord. You can throw it in general, or you can start like your own thread on the what is it, the facts page that we have?
I think getting like
there's a few of them.
Yeah, I think getting like the Discord just popping, it'd be great. So just talking in the Discord a lot more and inviting people to the Discord and stuff, even if they don't even have like
They
a
don't
thing
even
on
have
the
to buy
website
the
yet,
book, right?
like buy the book. Yeah, just get on the Discord,
just check it out,
check it out, talk out, hang out in the Discord. Maybe they'll get interested. Maybe they can see people like trying to make games or join games and stuff like that, and they'll be like, all right, yeah, I'll get the book and like join the game with you or something. Or if you have the book, help me make a character and whatnot, play the game, then they'll be like, all right, I want to play this with other friends, and they eventually buy the book or something, or just stuff like that. So yeah, just be cool in the Discord.
Yeah, be cool, follow the rules, but by all means use it. Like and it's a resource, and we're like one of us will always kind of be looking around or whatever. One of us will catch it, try to help you if you need any help. So yeah, I think that's probably the end of the stream then. Thanks for joining
thanks
in.
for sticking around and watching the whole time and joining in. And this is what we have. We'll post a screenshot of this in the Discord for sure. This is the greatest roadmap in history.
It's for sure the greatest roadmap we've ever seen.
Wait, hold on. Should I draw?
You should sign it.
Yeah, you should sign it for sure.
I have to draw
and write Infinite Ages somewhere as well. 2023.
A small little hobbit man all the way over here in March.
This is probably why developers use quarters when they talk about years, because they're like, oh no, we were talking about like starting next quarter.
Doing this and this quarter.
Like whenever the content falls behind, they're like, oh yeah, quarter fell behind.
Yeah, quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, and quarter 4. First 3 months, next 3 months, stuff like that.
Yeah, I think we'll probably clarify this up a lot, because this was our like first like attempt at making a roadmap too. So there's definitely some cleaning up that we could do, but
yep. But thanks for hanging out. We'll catch you guys next time.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. Bye.